Alright folks, let's talk about the British royal family. This institution has been around for centuries, and it's one of the most recognizable and enduring symbols of tradition and continuity in the world. From the grand halls of Buckingham Palace to the sprawling estates of Windsor, the British royals have captivated the public's imagination for generations. They're like the original reality show, with centuries of drama, intrigue, and more crowns than a hip-hop video. Every generation brings its own set of stories, from the abdication crisis of King Edward VIII to the fairy tale wedding of Prince Charles and Princess Diana. The pomp and pageantry are unmatched, and the world watches with bated breath as each chapter unfolds. And in this family, nothing gets the tabloids buzzing like a little royal thunder stealing. The British press has a long-standing obsession with the royals, and every move they make is scrutinized and sensationalized. Whether it's a new romance, a royal baby, or a scandalous affair, the tabloids are always ready to pounce. Now, for those unfamiliar with the term, it's when one royal upstages another with a big announcement, a scandalous revelation, or in this case, a paperback release. This kind of drama isn't new. It's been part of the royal narrative for as long as anyone can remember. The competition for the public's attention can be fierce, and sometimes it leads to some unforgettable moments. It's happened before. Remember when Princess Diana did that tell-all interview? That was a seismic event that shook the monarchy to its core. Her candid revelations about her marriage and life within the royal family were unprecedented and left an indelible mark on the institution. Talk about stealing thunder. She basically invented the royal mic drop. Diana's ability to connect with the public and her willingness to speak out made her a beloved figure, but it also created waves that the royal family is still navigating today. The Windsors are all about tradition, but let's be honest, they also love a good dose of drama. From the grand state banquets to the intimate family gatherings, there's always an undercurrent of tension and intrigue. The balance between maintaining tradition and adapting to modern times is a delicate one, and it often leads to some fascinating dynamics. They're like that family that insists on doing their laundry in public. Every misstep, every disagreement, and every personal struggle is played out on the world stage. It's a spectacle that the public can't seem to get enough of, and the media is more than happy to oblige. And Harry, well, he's become the master of airing the royal dirty laundry. His recent interviews and memoirs have peeled back the curtain on royal life in a way that few have dared before. His candidness about his struggles and his decision to step back from royal duties have sparked endless debates and discussions. It's a new chapter in the royal saga, and one that promises to keep us all riveted for years to come. Speaking of Harry, the man recently announced the paperback release of his bombshell memoir, Spare. This book, which has already caused quite a stir in its hardback form, is now more accessible than ever. Fans and critics alike are eager to get their hands on this new edition, hoping to uncover more insights and revelations about the life of the Duke of Sussex. Now, I haven't read it, but I've heard it's juicier than a Buckingham Palace garden party after a few too many Pims. Imagine the most scandalous gossip you've ever heard, multiply it by 10, and you might get close to the level of intrigue packed into these pages. The memoir dives deep into Harry's personal experiences, shedding light on the inner workings of the royal family and his own struggles. Naturally, this sent shockwaves through the royal family. The revelations in the book have left many members of the monarchy reeling as Harry pulls back the curtain on the often secretive and tightly controlled world of royalty. The public's reaction has been a mix of shock, sympathy, and curiosity, with everyone wanting to know more about the man behind the headlines. You could practically hear the teacups clinking in horror all the way from Balmoral. The royal residences, usually bastions of calm and tradition, have been buzzing with the fallout from Harry's revelations. Every whispered conversation and every clink of fine china seems to carry the weight of the book's impact. Why all the fuss over a paperback, you ask? Well, it's not just any paperback. This is a book that has the power to reshape public perception of the royal family. It's a narrative that challenges the established image of the monarchy, offering a raw and unfiltered look at life behind palace walls. Well, imagine you're the royal family. You've spent years cultivating a certain image, one of dignity, duty, and decorum. And then along comes Harry with his tell-all memoir, ready to spill the tea on everything from family feuds to personal struggles. It's a lot to handle, especially when the world is watching your every move. You've just about managed to sweep all the drama from Harry's hardback under the rug. The initial shock has started to wear off, and you're beginning to regain some semblance of normalcy. But just when you think it's safe to go back into the gift shop, bam! Harry releases a paperback. It's like reopening old wounds, bringing all the drama back to the forefront. And just when you think it's safe to go back into the gift shop, bam! Harry releases a paperback. This new edition is flying off the shelves, reigniting conversations and debates about the royal family. It's a reminder that the past is never truly behind us, and that the stories we tell can have lasting impacts. It's like he's serving up leftovers from the royal drama buffet, and everyone's hungry for seconds. The public can't get enough of the juicy details and behind-the-scenes glimpses into royal life. Harry's memoir continues to captivate and provoke, ensuring that his story remains a topic of conversation for a long time to come. So, how did the royal family react? Well, publicly, they've maintained their signature stiff upper lip. It's all very never complain, never explain, which, let's be honest, is code for we're silently fuming behind closed doors. Sources say Prince William is spitting out his tea, Earl Grey, obviously, while Princess Kate is reportedly developing a new line of spare-themed swear words in sign language. The Queen, however, is said to be taking it all in stride. Word on the street is she's already pre-ordered a copy on Audible. Of course, no royal scandal would be complete without the British tabloids going absolutely bonkers. And boy did they deliver. The Daily Express, in a truly Shakespearean display of outrage, ran the headline, "Harry's paperback? A travesty. Will no one think of the Corgis?" I mean, the Corgis? Really? They're probably more concerned about getting their paws on some of those royal biscuits than anything Harry has to say. Section 5. A Family Divided. The Sussexes versus the Windsors. The story of the British royal family has always been one of tradition, duty, and a certain level of mystique. But in recent years, that narrative has been dramatically altered by the actions and decisions of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. But jokes aside, the paperback release highlights the growing rift between Harry and Meghan and the rest of the royal family. This isn't just a family squabble. It's a public spectacle that has captivated the world. The Sussexes have chosen to step back from their royal duties, a move that has sent shockwaves through the monarchy. It's like watching a slow-motion train wreck, except the train is full of tiaras, and the tracks are paved with tabloid headlines. Every move they make is scrutinized, every word they say is analyzed, and every appearance they make is dissected by the media. You know it's going to be bad, but you just can't look away. The public is fascinated by the drama, the intrigue, and the very human emotions at play. It's a real-life soap opera that has everyone hooked. On one side, you have the Sussexes, forging their own path, speaking their truth, and challenging the status quo. They have become advocates for mental health, social justice, and various charitable causes. Their decision to step back was not just about escaping the pressures of royal life, but also about finding a new way to make a difference in the world, and selling a whole lot of books in the process. Their memoirs and interviews have given the public an unprecedented look into the inner workings of the royal family, revealing secrets and sparking debates. On the other, you have the Windsors, clinging to tradition, trying to uphold the values and responsibilities that have defined the monarchy for centuries. They are the embodiment of continuity and stability, even as the world around them changes rapidly, trying to maintain a sense of normalcy in the face of constant scrutiny. The Windsors are under a microscope, with every gesture and expression being interpreted and reinterpreted by the media and the public, and the occasional family feud. The tension between the Sussexes and the Windsors is palpable, and it raises questions about the future of the monarchy. Will it adapt and evolve, or will it remain steadfast in its traditions? Only time will tell, but one thing is certain: the world will be watching every step of the way. Section 6. Can you spare a throne? The ongoing saga of Harry and Meghan. Now, I'm not taking sides here. Family drama is messy, especially when you throw in a crown, a castle, and enough drama to make Shakespeare jealous. But you gotta admit, Harry and Meghan have a knack for keeping things interesting. They're like the Beyoncé and Jay-Z of the royal family, constantly making headlines, breaking the internet, and keeping everyone guessing what they'll do next. Will they launch a lifestyle brand? Star in their own reality show? Only time will tell. From stiff upper lip to dropped monocles, the royals react. Meanwhile, the royal family is left to deal with the fallout. It's a tough spot to be in. On one hand, they want to protect their image and maintain a sense of decorum. On the other hand, they're dealing with a family member who's decided to air all their dirty laundry in public. It's enough to make even the most stoic royal reach for the gin and tonic. The Queen, bless her heart, is probably just wondering when everyone will stop talking about this and go back to discussing the weather. Keep calm and carry a big hardcover alternative strategies for the royals. So what could the royal family have done differently? Well, for starters, they could have tried a more modern approach. Instead of the whole never complain, never explain routine, they could have embraced the chaos and leaned into the drama. Imagine the Queen releasing her own tell-all "We Are Not Amused, 96 Years of Royal Shade," or Prince William dropping a diss track about Harry on Spotify. Now that's what I call stealing thunder. What's next for the renegade royals? Predicting the future. In all seriousness, it'll be interesting to see how this latest chapter in the Harry and Meghan saga plays out. Will the paperback release further damage their relationship with the royal family? Will the Windsors finally break their silence and address the drama head-on? One thing's for sure, this isn't the last we've heard from the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. They're like the gift that keeps on giving, at least for the tabloids and late-night talk show hosts like myself. God save the Queen and her sanity. A final word. In the end, the British royal family is just like any other family, albeit one with a slightly bigger budget and a lot more corgis. They have their ups and downs, their triumphs and their tragedies. But through it all, they remain a source of endless fascination for people around the world. And if a little paperback release is what it takes to keep things interesting, then so be it. God save the Queen and God save the drama.